In the era of the first spirits, the world was not ruled by maps, but by power. Deep within the Oro forest, a place where gravity bends and mythical beasts feast on human fear, two legends collided. Sango, a prince of thunder with skin like polished ebony and eyes that sparked with electricity, sought a legendary flower to heal his father. But the forest had a guardian, a fox demon. She was not of this world, a shapeshifter with 9 burning tails and a laugh that sounded like cracking timber. For 3 nights, they fought. Sango's lightning leveled mountains. The demon's illusions tore at his mind, but as the sun rose on the 4th day, they stood panting, blades at each other's throats. In that silence, respect was born. They weren't enemies. They were the only 2 beings in the world who were truly equals. While Sango wandered the wilds, his home was bleeding. The rival kingdom of Borgo, led by a sorcerer king, launched a midnight raid. They didn't want gold. They wanted the king. Without a leader, the kingdom of oil began to breathe its last breath. The chief sent a bird of spirit fire to find Sango. When the message reached him in the deep woods, he didn't return alone. Beside him walked the fox demon, now in the form of a beautiful, terrifying woman with eyes that stayed amber even in the dark. The rescue was not a battle, it was a massacre. Sango called the heavens to strike the enemy's gates, while the fox demon moved like a blur of teeth and shadow through the enemy ranks. They brought the king home, but the king was broken, his spirit stolen by Borgu's magic. By the laws of the ancestors, a king who cannot lead must give way to the one who can. Sango was crowned. With a new king came new alliances. He married his first wife, Woya, a woman of storm winds whom he loved with a desperate passion. Then came Asen, a woman whose beauty was matched only by her legendary skill in braiding hair that was said to hold the secrets of the river. But the bond of the forest could not be broken. Sango took the fox demon as his 3rd wife. Chaos erupted within the palace walls. Asen's grace clashed with the fox demon's wild nature. Oya's storms grew violent with jealousy. The palace became a battlefield of whispers. To distract himself from the war at home, Sango turned his eyes to the borders. He appointed a general, a man named Gabonka, who could spit fire and command the very air you breathe. Gabonka was too good. He subdued the rebellious towns with ease. The people began to chant Gabonka's name louder than the king's. Poisoned by the whispers of his jealous wives and fearful advisors, Sango made a fatal choice. He is a threat to the crown, they whispered. Sango sent his elite assassins to the general's camp. They struck while he slept, piercing his heart and burning his tent to ash. But Gabonka had mastered the art of the soul flame. 7 days later, the palace gates flew open. A charred, glowing figure marched into the court. He didn't attack. He simply pointed a flaming finger at Sango. 7 days. My king, the general's voice echoed like thunder. 7 days to confess your cowardice to the people, or I will take the throne you didn't earn. Sango fought with everything he had, but you cannot kill a ghost fueled by the truth. As the chiefs watched, Sango's lies were stripped away. His power, tied to his honor, began to fade. The lightning in his veins turned to cold lead. Shamed, rejected by his people, and haunted by his own choices, Sango walked to the highest cliff overlooking the kingdom. He didn't want to rule a world that knew his shame. He vanished. He didn't die, he became the storm itself. On hearing the news, the first wife, Woya, dissolved into a rushing river to follow his path. The second wife fled to her homeland, her golden combs left in the dust. And the fox demon. She looked at the empty throne, shifted back into her 9-tailed form, and vanished into the Oro forest. Now, when the sky turns black and the thunder shakes your windows, it is not just weather, it is Sango still shouting his confession to the world.